KMSU?
Dustin?
Yes, is this Joey Kramer?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Kramer, how you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. And yourself?
I am excellent. It's an honor to have you on the phone today.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
I'll introduce you to my co-host, Ton.
Hey there, how you doing? It's Ton.
Hey, Ton.
It's nice to have you on the show. If you're ready to go, we'll get started.
Sure, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Beautiful. Well, I guess we should get it started off here. Talk to us about, you've got a new line of coffee, Rockin' and Roastin' Coffee. Talk to us about it.
Well, Rockin' and Roastin' is available, I think, in your neck of the woods, probably online at this point, which is at rockandroastin.com. It's a coffee company that I started. I always wanted to have a business of my own, and we were touring on and off for about 2.5 years, and we took a 6-month break. So I started to do my coffee company. I put my team together, and it's been blowing up and getting bigger than I expected it to, faster than I expected it to. But I'm proud to say that I'm not just another celebrity putting my name on a product and sitting back waiting for a check. I'm very much hands-on with the company. I'm the CEO, and I cup the coffee, which is I approve it. I watch over the roasting process. I do all the interviews, and I'm involved in every aspect of the company all the time. We have 3 varietals, which is Sumatra, Ethiopian, and Guatemalan. They're all single-sourced beans, and it's not a blend, because when you get a blend, you don't really ever know what you're getting. So these are single-source coffees, and they're coffees that I've chosen myself after being on the road for 40-some years of my life. These are my favorite coffees, and I'm bringing them to the public at a reasonable price. And it's also all organic coffee.
So is that all the years on the road drinking coffee? Is that what led to your decision to start this up?
Drinking bad coffee, yeah.
Drinking bad coffee.
If you're going to do something, you got to do something right. You got to get it done yourself.
Yeah, and that's cool, man. It sounds like you're pretty involved in the whole day-to-day.
Oh, I am, very much so.
It's obviously available in the Texas area, but you can get it online, you said?
Well, you can get it online at rockandroastin.com. It'll be available in the Texas area around June or July, and we're available all over the East Coast and the Northeast, up and down, because that's where we've started and concentrated on getting it. So we're all up and down the East Coast, and in 60 Costco stores. We're distributed by Cisco, and we're in about 2,000 grocery stores all over the Northeast.
Wow. So obviously you're a member of one of the biggest bands of all time. Where do you find time to squeeze in an extra business here on the side?
Well, so far I haven't, because I'm grateful that my career has been as good to me as it has, and I haven't really had the time to do it. But, rather than having 6 or 7 months off and sitting around doing nothing, I decided to do this. And so, I wanted busy, and busy was what I got.
Yeah, I guess so. Talking about Aerosmith a little bit, you guys obviously are not just a band, but you've kind of transcended that even, and kind of a staple of pop culture. Is it difficult for a guy like you to just come home at the end of a tour, at the end of the day, and just be a normal dude, stay grounded?
Well, it takes some re-entry time, It depends on how long we're out on the road and where you are. For instance, if you're overseas, where there's a big time difference, I would say that if I'm out on the road for a couple of months, it takes me probably 2 weeks to re-enter before I'm like really back to normal again. A big part of what's responsible for me is my wife, thank God, because she travels with me all the time, and that makes it a whole lot more palatable. And then when I get home, I get you may be a rock star on stage, but here you're just another person. So, I get to take out the garbage and empty the dishwasher when I'm home.
Sure.
That keeps me humble, and she's responsible for that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, I guess, can we ask you some more questions about Aerosmith? Is that fine?
Sure.
Now, you guys have gone through, it seems like, many different musical styles, and it's almost like you have different sets of fans for different eras of the band. Is that something you guys think about or try to write to, or?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I would kind of tend to disagree with you, saying that we've been through a whole bunch of different styles, because the bottom line is that, it's the same band playing all the time. And when you got the same 5 guys playing together, especially for 40 years, the style is going to remain pretty much the same. I mean, there's a sound or a vibe to the band that's always consistent, and I think that's what people like. Now, on the last record, we tried to get back a little bit more further towards our roots than ever before, and we did some songs like that on there. But I think that we've managed to be consistent over the years.
Yeah, it's definitely not saying one is better than the other. It's just that you guys have been around for as many different changes as you have. So
yeah, we made a bit of a comeback, like in the early to mid '80s with Permanent Vacation, and that's like kind of considered the newer stuff, and previous to that is kind of considered the older stuff.
Sure.
So when Steven says on stage, you want to hear the old stuff or the new stuff, there's a lot of people that only know us from Permanent Vacation on up. To Permanent Vacation, to Pump and Get a Grip and Honkin' on Bobo and all those records, where before that there was, almost a dozen albums before that.
Yeah. Well, getting back to kind of that time period, can you tell us your memories of working with Run-D.M.C. when you guys did the Walk This Way? Because in a way, I think your opening drum beat to that song really is responsible for kind of setting the stage there for the merging of those genres and bringing hip-hop into the mainstream.
I can't say that I remember too much about it. The 70s are kind of a lost decade for me, but there's not much to tell, really.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we also, anytime we have someone who's in the film on the show, we always ask them their memories of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Do you guys remember much of that?
Sure. I remember that very well.
What was that kind of like, the memories of being on set?
I don't know. It was, I guess it was kind of different because it was a movie. I always thought it was kind of probably one of the worst movies ever made. But some people like it, and they're still showing it today, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that's pretty interesting about you guys, and I don't know if this affects, you mentally or any way at all, but like you've had video games, the Revolution X arcade game,
right.
Disney World amusement park rides. I mean, just huge stuff. Did you ever?
That Rock and Roller Coaster is still there.
Yeah, I mean, did you guys?
People love that ride.
Yeah, of course they do. And did you ever think that this band that you started was ever going to get to that kind of status? I mean, that's
Never.
huge.
Well, you know what, man? We never thought about it because just like the way that I'm doing my coffee, which is just to bring people something that I love and bring them enjoyment and a good time. Without being behind making or obsessed with making lots of money and, all the stuff that goes along with that, it's the same way that we do the music. We've always been a band that loves to play. And so it was never really about the fame or the fortune for us. All that stuff comes along with it. And I can't say that I don't like it because, sure, I love it. But that's not what it's about. And I think that's what it attributes to us being around still and for the length of time that we have. Because we've stood the hardest test that there is, which is the one of time.
Sure. Yeah, and I know a lot of the people you were mentioning before that kind of know you for your latter half of the career. A lot of that had to do with a lot of the music videos that you guys had out. Do you find that process of making videos, is that something you enjoy? Or
we don't really do that too much anymore because
right.
MTV is kind of over. They don't show videos anymore, and VH1 just kind of shows the old ones.
At the time when you were making them, though, I mean, that was probably a huge shot in the arm for the band as far as exposure goes.
Well, you had to make, back then you had to make a video if you wanted a hit song because people were they were being spoon-fed the music. And if you did the video, that interpreted the song for people and they picked up on that. Instead of the old days when music was really music and the beauty of the song was interpreting it the way that you hear it and getting your own meaning out of it. People are too lazy to do that now.
Well, and we've heard some things more in recent years about kind of some tension within the band, Steven Tyler doing American Idol and all that. We assume everything is back to normal here on the right page?
Hey, man, I don't know of anybody in my whole life that's done anything for 42 years with the same people, whether
right.
it's brother and sister, husband and wife, cousins, whatever. So, when you have a family that's around and living together and sleeping together and performing together and doing everything together all the time, 42 years is a long time, and you're going to have a little friction there now and again.
Definitely. But we hear you guys are gearing up for another tour soon?
Yeah, we're going out in May. We're starting in Istanbul, and we're going to Russia, and then we're going to do all of Europe, and take a couple of weeks off, and then that's in May and June, and then July and August we're going to be doing the States. Beautiful.
Now, is there another album maybe in the works or other projects?
I don't think so. No, not right at the moment.
Just kind of keeping busy with the coffee.
Yeah. The coffee's keeping me real busy, and I like it because it's kind of my own thing, and I have a great platform, and and it's working, and people love it. And plus, I love the fact that I'm bringing something to people that they like and they enjoy. You guys just seem to be able to excel at whatever you want to do, so that's awesome that it's working out the way it is. Well, it's hard, man. It's hard to build a brand, but whatever you put into something, that's what you're going to get out of it. And again, we can find that in our area at rockinandroastin.com. Okay. Yeah, but we'll be there, I would say within the next 6 months, because we're working our way across the country. It takes time. It's a lot of work, and I'm only one guy.
Awesome. Well, it's been really great having you on the show here.
Okay, thank you, guys.
I got to say a real quick personal story. I saw you guys play when I was 15, and you threw a drumstick out my way, and some giant woman grabbed it out from under me. So this is kind of...
We'll have to catch up with you for that, man.
Yeah, this is vindication here, having you on the show today.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot, Joey.
All right, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.